out in the desert, not Area 51, but the Lockheed Skunk Works, we have things that you can look at Star Trek, and anything you see there, we've done it. Materialization, dematerialization, teleportation, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Yeah. And another good example, honestly, is this new, very badly tortured and injured military hero, Stephen Digna, who came forward. And he was with the Raytheon guys and was shown these craft that were triangular shaped at that Fort Irwin, California, back in 2000. And he subsequently was abducted by Raytheon. And the craft that came right over the tip of his car, if you look at the illustrations, but listen to what he says, I would say if 1 million people heard his account, they would think it was an extraterrestrial craft. The thing had an organic living nature. It purred. It moved and reacted when you touched it. It was 100% man-made. So we're talking nanobiotechnology, and at a very, very high level of trans-dimensional physics, all this. So some of these more advanced, that was 23 years ago. Some of these advanced technologies are so advanced in terms of the development. It's way beyond a flying saucer from the 50s, 60s, many of which were man-made. They're reaching the point of almost being indistinguishable from an extraterrestrial vehicle. That's dangerous, because the question is going to be, if people had an encounter with that object and the people on it, and the object itself, the way it behaved and interacted, I would say almost everyone on planet Earth, from the White House, the president on down, would swear that that was extraterrestrial, and it wasn't. It was Raytheon. So I think this is a real problem, is this educational gap, which we're trying to close. The issue with that, and I'm acutely aware of it, 1991, I had an intelligence official came to me and he said, Dr. Greer, if you tell the public the truth that you know about this, it will discredit you, because the truth is much less believable than the fiction we've been selling. The truth is much less believable. It's much stranger, and it's much less believable. And they're counting on that. So behind the curtain of all this R&D that Ben Rich alluded to Jim Goodall, and that Stephen Digna saw firsthand, and other people on our team have seen firsthand, because the public doesn't know about it. But worse, your chain of command in the military, in my country, Canada, all over the world, those people don't know about it either. We're trying to get them informed. But they just go, God, that can't be. We can't have something like that. We do. Like even that Tic Tac and those things off the coast of California, everybody's seen the footage. When I first talked to David Fravor, who is the jet pilot who was at the hearing, he said, there's no way that's ours. I said, well, it is. It's the Skunk Works. And we can prove it. And, but he said, well, he was a jet pilot. Well, jets are from the 30s, 40s. Rockets are from the 40s. I said, technology hasn't stood still. But if your whole world is flying an F-18 fighter jet or Hornet, you're not going to have any foundation for something that's transdimensional, anti-gravity, da-da-da-da-da, that's from the Skunk Works, or for these deep black operations at Northrop Grumman or Raytheon or any number of other places, SAIC, EG&G. So I said, the problem is that even your most experienced aviators and military people, they don't have any foundation for being able to understand these objects and how they move, or to distinguish a man-made one from an ET one. And see, that lack of being able to distinguish between the two is where they can ram a false flag right down the middle of that.